Welcome back to Positively Philly. I'm Abby Urban.
And I'm Rachel Malik. It is Giving Tuesday, and now more than ever, shelter pets need the gift of homes and donations.
Sarah Barnett, Executive Director of ACCT Philly, is here to tell us how we can support their work, and with some friends along with us today who are
some vocal
getting
friends.
Very excited to be on camera.
Aww.
Tell us who we have here, Sarah.
So we have Michaela and Bella.
Yeah.
Bella's still learning to not pull on the leash when she's excited. But
we're excited too.
These two are really sweet. They're both 9 years old. They were in a home their entire lives together, so they love each other.
Yeah.
They're already house trained and everything. Their owner gave them up. No fault of theirs. Their owner her health was declining, and then she also wasn't able to afford keeping them anymore.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and I feel like that's kind of the perfect example of the dogs that really do need help. Give us a little scope of what things are looking like at ACT right now. I know you have increasing numbers of pets coming into the shelter.
Yeah, unfortunately, we really are. You know, petflation is not. It's not just a term. It's a thing.
Sure.
You know, so dog food is going up exponentially, you know, 20% in a couple of years, and so it's really hurting people. You know, they're having to choose between food on the table and food for their pets. So we're seeing a lot of dogs coming in particular, larger dogs, you know, and so we're seeing this year will probably be over 20,000 animals that have come into the shelter, and that's only from Philly. So that's you know, that's a stark kind of, people don't realize when they hear that number, they think that's one city. It's like, yeah, that's our city.
Yeah,
I know, it is staggering really to hear that.
No, it really is, but I think it is encouraging for people who are ready and willing to give back. Maybe not everyone can open up their homes to a pet right now, especially given the cost. Of course, if you can, this is a great first stop. But if you can't, there are still ways that we can give back.
Yeah, and you know, with today being Giving Tuesday, that's one very easy way, and a way that, you know, most days you give $5, you know, that gives us $5, which is great.
Sure.
But what's nice about Giving Tuesday is we have generous donors that are matching gifts. So if you give $5 today, it'll be $10. And 100% of the money raised is going to urgent medical care. A lot of the animals we get in, we're the only open intake shelter, you know, so we really in the region. So we're taking in animals from Philly that are in, you know, gunshot wounds, stab wounds, things like that. And this money helps us get them to an offsite hospital so they can get that care that they need.
Yeah, it's something I think a lot of people don't realize. So when you say open intake, you're saying you're taking any pet in any condition, or any dog in any
Philly.
condition?
So any animal. We've taken in alligators, goats, pigs, everything. So any animal from within city limits. Outside of Philly, we cannot take them. But inside of Philly, we do have to take them. We do encourage appointments, of course, but we also realize people are often at a point where that's not possible. So we really have to accommodate it so that we can be there for the community. But it's a lot of animals.
It is so many animals.
They're cracking me up. You're right. They do love each other, and I think they see themselves on TV right now, and they are loving it.
Yes,
I think
she especially loves it.
Yeah,
there we go. She's
She's like, I look amazing right now.
Like, mind if I serve to the camera?
Indeed.
Love it.
Yeah.
We're talking about you.
Let's talk about those donations a little bit more, different ways that people can help. I know obviously going to medical expenses, but what else can people support with that?
So, I mean, if, you know, today we're just fundraising for medical expenses.
Right, of course.
But in general, you know, the funds that people donate allow us to go above and beyond. So we have money from the city that helps us do our very bare minimum. And then the extra funds help us do things like partner with different rescues, you know, try new procedures, try new medical procedures that will help animals and take the burden off of people, and really try new things. We have a foster pet program that we operate, so it helps support that. So you mentioned earlier people who maybe can't afford adopting a pet. Fostering is a great way to give back, have a pet short term, especially if you travel a lot.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a nice way. You know, I foster these two, and it's like, okay, I have vacation in a couple of weeks. Great. So let's make sure that you foster somebody who will probably get adopted by then.
Right. And hopefully these two will get adopted very soon.
I hope so.
Let's talk about what that costs right now, because you have a special going on where if somebody is willing to open their home to some pets, sweet ones like these, you make it very affordable for them.
Yeah, so I mean, our adoption fee isn't that high anyways, but we right now, thanks to Kathy Bissell, are doing the Bissell Empty the Shelters promotion. So now through December 15th, all animals, dogs, cats, at the shelter and in foster care, so that's over like 500 animals total, are $10. Wow. So that means pets who are vaccinated, they're microchipped, they're spayed or neutered, they come with a ton of coupons I can't even list, and a free bag of food just to transition you on top of that. So you really get a ton of support, you know, and that's something that I think is really important too. You know, if you get a dog off the street, for example, it's like, okay, that's your dog, great. You now have to get vaccines, you now have to feed them, you don't have anybody you can call really to say, hey, what, you know, like, what do they need? So she finally figured out.
I know she's saying that. There we go. She wants that love. But where should we go if we want to donate or just learn a little bit more about the work that you do?
Yeah, so ACCT Philly, it's ACCTphilly.org, so actphilly.org. We're also open every day of the year, except for Christmas and Thanksgiving. So literally 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. You don't need an appointment. You can drop in, and you don't have to make a commitment. Just come in, see the animals up for adoption, see if anybody speaks to you, and if you can't do that, volunteer. You know, there's so many ways to give back.
I know. Well, we're certainly making friends here. We appreciate you coming in today and bringing these sweet guests as well. We hope that they get adopted very, very soon. So let us know.